You see, this word of nobody is above the law that the Nigerian law enforcement agencies will always say at any given opportunity. And I think it's hard time they put an end to it. They shouldn't be saying it anymore because we are wiser now. Nigeria obviously have persons that are way above the law. If it is obvious, the police know, the DSS know, the EFCC know, the immigration know, the custom know, the army man on the checkpoint know that there are people that are above the law, and they are in all the areas of our life. Not all are even in government. There are some civilians, they are not in government, but they are above the law. So when I look at situations like this, I just laugh when I see here the other day EFCC telling Tompolo that he's not above the law. And lest I forget, EFCC, is Tompolo your custody now? If he's not above the law, do you already have him? Or you suddenly realize that some persons are above the law? Or perhaps you've asked questions like you didn't do before. In case that's the case, or maybe perhaps EFCC really were not having a detailed analysis of who really Tompolo is before they issued out that post on their website. Because I'm sure if they do, they would never ever have published that. But in case they don't, let me quickly show them this video. And if after seeing this video, you still want to tell me, you viewer, you ordinary Nigerian, you law enforcement agency, if after this video you still want to believe that nobody is above the law in Nigeria, then you are living in another country, you are living in another planet, you are living in another continent, and you are obviously deceiving yourself. Nigeria have men above the law. They are everywhere. So if you are not one, not be your fault. Meanwhile, watch this video.
Obasanjo's government declared Tompolo wanted and used the army, the military, the navy, the entire federal might to pursue Tompolo and his boys for 8 years, and they could not catch him. They could not kill him. Yar'Adua came in and did amnesty with Tompolo. After Yar'Adua, Goodluck Jonathan continued the amnesty. Buhari came in and declared Tompolo wanted again with the EFCC. After 4 years, 8 years, he had to reverse that declaration and give Tompolo a deal worth millions of dollars. You understand me? So when we say that these people are above the law, we are not saying it from a standpoint of being sentimental. We are talking about facts here, real life facts, what we are seeing with our eyes. Okay? See this country, 95% of the wealth of this country comes from one region. That region is called Niger Delta. Not 1%, not 10%, not 50%, not 80%, 95% of all the value you see in circulation, all the money in your pockets, all the value in this country, 95% comes from Niger Delta, that small region. Around Bayelsa Delta, some part of the southeast, some part of Akwa Ibom. That is where 95%, let that sink in, 95% comes from. So if that person that is controlling the youths in that region can decide the fate of an entire nation, would it not be wise for you to actually put that person in your corner than to be against him? You want to go and arrest that person because of naira mutilation? Are you okay? See, the government has gone after this man before. They've tried it. It did not work. They've gone after it. See, it's not even Tompolo. It is the machine that Tompolo controls. He controls a machinery of people. You understand me? So it's not about Tompolo himself. It is what surrounds him. And the fact that 95% of the country's wealth comes from the Niger Delta region. You cannot dispute that fact. So you do not attack the most powerful people in those regions because of naira mutilation. You don't do that. Okay? You just don't.
So I guess the FCC themselves saw that video or were duly advised that some men in Nigeria are indeed above the law. I don't want to talk about our politicians. If you are a top politician in this country, you are obviously above the law. Let the FCC don't deceive the ordinary Nigerian. Meanwhile, before I even continue, let me issue this warning, yes, to the EFCC. If you have ever convicted any Nigerian, tarnishing their image by the way of conviction for the purpose of stepping on the naira, for naira mutilation, I don't know what you call it, you must apologize to such persons. Because the law cannot damage the image of some and then couldn't touch others for the same offense. We are still on the issue of the children of Okoya. As we speak now, no level. Yahya Bello is a free man. Okowa joined the APC and became free. These people, by one way or the other, they became above the law. We know that geographical and territorial advantage, Dave Tompolo and those in the Niger Delta, the advantage they have. But by that, they are already above the law. You can touch them. You heard successive administration have tried, even a military regime, nothing happened. Who is the EFCC? So there are people that are above the law. We must know this and know peace. Don't just go after anybody and say nobody's above the law. You go after the little criminals, those that have that are almost nobody in the society. Those are the people the weak and useless laws are made for. Look at this man from Niger Delta also, 70 years old man, Alhaji Asari Tokunbo. If I do a video now and I display a toy gun in this video, if I display a toy gun, it will be obvious that it's a toy. The DSS, the Nigerian police, will locate me in no distant time. But we've seen Asari Tokunbo in live video displaying, showcasing all manner of weapons, all manners that even the Nigerian military don't have. Have you ever heard him being called for questioning or being arrested? Because obviously it's above the law. So whenever we say Nigeria have no law, we always know what we are saying. Some people say there is law, it is lack of implementation. What's the difference? No law, no implementation. Is there any difference? So please, EFCC, the DSS, especially the DSS, that when somebody talk about Sheyi Tinubu, you pick the person up. When somebody talk about this, I will visit you in the next page. When I will see people carry tire. But as for now, I just want Nigerians to know that there are Nigerians that are above the law. Ignore what the Nigerian Security Agency is trying to tell us that nobody's above the law. You and I know that that is not true. So please share this video and don't fail to follow this page if already not done so. See you in my next video.